Hello. For Jackie, right?
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, you're like a white guy.
What's that?
Are you like a white guy?
Excuse me?
Are you like a normal guy? Like you speak English? Sorry. Sorry.
No, you can get out of the car.
You've likely seen this story. This man's name is James Bodie.
I'm gonna cancel a ride. That's inappropriate.
What?
It's completely inappropriate. If somebody was not white sitting in the seat, what would be the difference?
Are you serious?
She said, wow, you're a white guy.
Oh, well,
That's okay. I'm not gonna take the ride. You guys can get out.
really?
Yeah, completely inappropriate.
Oh, you're.
It's all on camera, man. It's all on
I should
camera.
punch you in the face.
You're gonna
Oh my
threaten me.
God.
Yeah,
Assault.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow.
Because you guys are racist.
You're.
Yeah.
At the end, for context, the racist woman's significant other called the Lyft driver an N-word lover.
Get out of here.
No, I'm calling the cops on you, man.
Go ahead.
It's all on camera. It's all on camera. Do you guys own the place? Is it your place? That's great. Everyone's gonna know. Fossil's last stand.
James sticks up for many as we applaud him for doing so. That Dinesh guy showed Lyft's response, and then following that, blasted the company, to which the owners were racist in the driver's rideshare car. Lehigh Valley Live wrote the driver, James, posted the video on his personal Facebook page late Friday night outside Fossil's last stand on Ray Street. In the post, James said the ride was for Jackie. Borough police confirm Jackie Hartford, who owns Fossils, is in the video with her boyfriend who was not identified. You're like a white guy, Hartford says as she gets into the car on the rear passenger side. James asks, "What's that? Are you like a white guy?" asked Jackie, who is then making her way to the center of the car. "You're like a normal guy," Hartford said. "You speak English?" There's a quick pause before Hartford laughs, pats James's shoulder, and apologizes. James then tells her to get out of the car, saying what Hartford said was inappropriate. If somebody was not white sitting in this seat, what would be the difference, he asks. The car's rear passenger door is still open, and James repeats to a man, unidentified, standing outside the car, that he won't be taking the ride. "Really?" the man says. "You're a effing a-hole." James points toward the camera inside the car and tells the man it's all on video. "I'm gonna punch you in the bleeping face," the man says back to James. James calls the couple racist F-words as Hartford gets out of the car. That's when the man calls him the racial slur lover. James rolls down the window and tells the couple he's calling the police. Hartford shut down the bar's website and Facebook page, according to the Morning Call. It was unclear whether the business remained open because its page was no longer listed on Google. That has changed, by the way. Calls placed by Daily Voice Tuesday afternoon went unanswered. Dinesh then documented Fossil's last stand. It appears at the very least the sign was taken down, but again, a quick Google search shows they are open. Black Lives Matter Lehigh Valley, in a Facebook post, shared the video and said James was just a normal guy fighting racism right here in the valley. You can do the same. Stand up for your neighbors. Thank you, James. The organization also asked its followers for recommendations for inclusive late-night spots around the Lehigh Valley. Police Chief Douglas F. Kish said, after investigation and conferring with the DA's office, no charges are to be filed. Lehigh County DA Jim Martin also added no criminal charges would apply to the conduct. Reprehensible, though it might be. James would write on his social media for everyone reaching out and showing support. "Thank you. I appreciate it truly. But this is the way it should be everywhere, every time. I shouldn't be the guy who did it or said it. We should all be that person. Speak up if you're uncomfortable with it because it makes them uncomfortable, as they should be. F racism." Before the video went viral, James previously said he received a DM from Russ Hartford over Facebook. He said he then asked her to make the public apology. She didn't directly address the request and didn't make a public apology, according to James. Following the exchange, Russ Hartford removed her personal Facebook account as well as accounts for Fossils and her other businesses, the new Tripoli Hotel in Lynn Township. Fossils pages on review sites, meanwhile, have been bombarded with bad reviews and one-star ratings. However, light at the end of the tunnel here, a GoFundMe account previously set up for James's deceased father this past November has led to multiple donations of what James has described as a significant amount. He's been asked to use the funds to get back on a financial footing and plans to do that, but also plans to give a decent chunk to a cause that's against discrimination.